Hello everyone. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, the stream has actually started. So, yeah, today we're just gonna be drawing what you guys want me to draw. Wait, let me fix this thing. Okay. I'm not sure if the music is too loud. Now, let me actually check that real quick. Let me check that. Because I just constantly have to adjust it, you know, because I use Sony Vegas to just keep it in a loop and keep it playing. Okay, let me check. Yeah, it's pretty loud. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit. Over here. Maybe this is a little bit better. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Hi, Heidi Draws. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so if there's anything that you guys are struggling with right now, I would love to help you with it. By the way, I am expecting, we're expecting a package, so my dogs might start barking in a little bit, and I'm gonna have to mute myself when that happens. You wanna see the Spinosaurus? Okay. Let's draw it from an interesting angle. Let's first zoom in a little bit because I still want to have plenty of space to draw more things. I tried to do this angle yesterday as well, I think. Okay, so there's 5 people watching right now. Welcome everyone. Thanks for watching the stream. So I'm just like memorizing a scene from Jurassic Park 3, and I'm just kind of like trying to remember what the Spinosaurus look like in this scene, in this pose, like this perspective. And I think it's like the fight between the Spinosaurus and the T-Rex that this scene was happening, I guess. Maybe this is supposed to be a little bit bigger. Oh no, this is actually different. Wait, I think this goes down like that. And then the jaw goes like this. And more like that. I think something like that. I'm not sure. But the general lower jaw shape. But the upper jaw is pretty accurate, I think. And I want to draw it in a certain perspective. There we have the spine. But I believe like the claw is like right over here. Like the 3 fingers. It's almost like it's slashing at us. And I think the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus was actually so the top claw was the biggest one, I believe. I'm not 100% sure though, but I believe it was. And then this one, like, they just get smaller and smaller. Maybe this is supposed to be angled a little bit differently. I don't know. Something like that, I guess. And you don't really see the curvature of the claws too much because of the perspective. Like, it's sort of like facing us a little bit more with the back of the hand. Drawing with Jack M. Welcome. Please give me a shout out. Well, shout out to Drawing with Jack M. Okay, let me see, because now I have to make sure that this arm is like, it looks a little weird, the angle, but that's okay. Okay, what do you need help with? Because that's indeed what I want to stream for. You know, I want to stream for people that are struggling with something, and they just can't get it right or something. You know, like, I just want to give you some tips and tricks and how I tackle those. Because I've been where like a lot of you guys are right now, you know, and this doesn't look good at all. I'm just gonna try to move on to the Giganotosaurus, but no, definitely I've been where you guys are at right now, and oh wait, I can't. And I can give you guys some shortcuts on how I got through that phase of you know, like not knowing how to draw something, or maybe having trouble drawing shadows or drawing, you know, details and stuff like that. So is there a specific thing that you are struggling with right now? Because you said the Giganotosaurus, right? But I'm actually like, I want to know like what part of the Giganotosaurus. Is it the teeth? Is it the head shape? Is it something else? Like, good morning, Pyroraptor. The head shape. And are you talking about the Giganotosaurus from Jurassic Park? I mean Jurassic World, or is it a more accurate one? Okay, Jurassic World. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a reference photo, because I really want to help you, and I don't want to just just like all my other streams, just draw without any reference. I actually want to, you know, make it a little bit more accurate. Let me see. So the minion Giganotosaurus. Alright, so I'm seeing an image right now, and I'm just gonna draw like this image, what I'm seeing right now. So the first things you have to focus on is like dividing the simple shapes. So for example, like if this is the Giga, and I'm gonna draw it from reference, don't just draw it like this. Don't do this. And then already get all the details in there, you know, and like don't do that, because that's just gonna, you know, that will be really hard to get it right, and it's not gonna be good. So what you should do is wait, what did I just do? Oh, you should focus on the like basic shape. So what I always start with is a circle, basic circle, and I know that like the jawline would be over there. The eye would be somewhere over here, right? And then I attach to this circle, I create like the basic shape for the head, which is like very triangular like, right? And then I slowly build up the detail, like I go to the neck, like I know that the neck goes something like that. Okay, so now I have like the basics down. Now I'm gonna focus on, for example, the jawline. Like the jawline goes like this, and then it almost goes straight. I'm not gonna put like the curves and everything in it just yet, because it's not important yet. Like, I just wanna get the basic shapes. I just wanna have the basic look of the Giganotosaurus. Now I can define like those bumps a little bit more over here, because the line is already there, and I can just draw over the line, you know, and make it look more accurate. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, because I cannot really see it too well. So over here there's like a bump, and it's like a lot of scaly areas. Like this is the eye ridge over there, and then it just goes like something like that. Well, then I can focus on like this jaw. Like, is it a little bit too big? Is it too small? Well, it looks just about right. Then where's the eye positioned? The eye is about like right over there, so I'm gonna create like the little pocket where the eye will come, you know. And then there's like a cavity in the skull over here that you can clearly see in most of the Jurassic Park dinosaurs as well. The position of the nose, and so I just keep on building it up. Like I just keep on like going to new spots and noticing new little details that I can put into my drawing more and more. I need help with detailing like wrinkles and scales. Okay, I'll show you in this drawing as well. So now I know that this is like the line for the neck, and I think that this neck is a little bit like, it could be a little bit thicker because the Giganotosaurus has a very thick neck. And now I know that over here there's a couple of scales starting, so I'm just not putting in the full shape and everything. I'm just looking at like the basics. So there's a little one over here, a little bigger one, and then that one becomes a little bit bigger, and the shape doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. One over there, one over there, and then they become smaller and smaller and smaller, basically. And now I can go over there and I can adjust the shape of those spiky scales. And make them look a little bit more like the accurate scales that's actually on the Giganotosaurus, right? Alright, so that part is done. Now I move on to the eye, and the eye is about right over there. It's a very weird looking eye in my opinion, but that's the eye. Alright, it doesn't look too good right now, not yet, because there's still a lot of like detail that we have to put into it. It just looks very elongated, but I'll tell you that like when this drawing is going to be finished, it's going to look a lot better. So then this jawline is actually going way farther back than it looks like that, and it's way more like this. And then this neck goes like that. So then we can just start getting some of the details over here. That's like on top of the face and like the eye ridge and everything. This can be a little bit bigger, a little bit more like pronounced, I guess. And then we can pronounce this a little bit more, like the eye pocket. From this angle, you don't really see the big spikes that's on the eye ridge. You don't really see them too much. So now we're gonna figure out where's the shadow. So the light source will be over here. So that's why I'm darkening the top of this ridge. I'm also gonna darken like the bottom of the eye, and I will darken this a little bit later. And there's gonna be a little bit more shadow on the bottom of these scaly thingies over there. Not too much because it's still pretty bright. And I don't like this shape. I don't like the shape of this, so I'm gonna adjust this a little bit, make it look a little bit more accurate. Okay, there we go. So now I can go in and I can start like putting the line of the jaw, like the more accurate shape, like that. And I can put in some teeth. So the teeth are very nasty. something like this. And you can, in this reference, you can see the bottom jaw as well. You can see some teeth sticking out over there. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna change the size of my brush because I want to get like a little bit more detail on the teeth. And like eventually it's gonna start like looking better and better and better, because you're just putting in more and more detail. So now I'm moving into the scales and the little details right now, and I'm just gonna focus on where the details are, like the scales are most pronounced, so where you see the most scales actually popping out. So there's a couple over here. What do you mean? You just lost your tooth? Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Welcome everyone, welcome in this stream. I don't really like the shape of this, so this is supposed to curve up a little bit more over here. Like that. And this is supposed to be a little bit more straighter down. And then the bottom jaw is supposed to be over here. Nostril a little bit higher up. How did you just lose your tooth, by the way? So, Pyroraptor, you said that you have trouble drawing details. Well, that's what I'm kind of trying to do right now. Like, I'm just going in and I'm looking at my reference photo right now, and the places where I see the most detail, that's where I'm putting in the detail. Like, that's where I'm putting the lines, like the little scales, and I don't even have to do it 100% accurate to my reference. I just need to be able to look at my reference and see where about is the detail, like where about are the lines. So there's a couple of lines here and down there, but I also know that over here will be shadow because light source is coming from over there. So I can just darken this area in, and shadows actually give a lot of detail into your drawing already. So you don't really have to rely on only scales and only like rendering of your drawing. You can also just use a lot of shadow. So this is going to be a lot darker since the shadow is coming from over there. In between the teeth, there's going to be a lot of shadow as well. And then I know that there's going to be more shadow over here and underneath the eye. So here's going to be a couple little wrinkles surrounding the eye. And we can kind of define the shapes of this like huge clump of scales and spikes over here. And I still think that this isn't like pronounced enough. We can make it even bigger. And then over here is like a shape like that. And actually the jaw is more like this. So I can just go in and erase that. Well, if you're drawing traditionally, I wouldn't recommend to erase too many times, but it's totally fine to erase sometimes. There's no shame in erasing, in my opinion. Like, we all have to start somewhere, and we all have to, like, you know, erase sometimes. It just happens. So, get to share this video because not many people are watching it. Thank you. Yeah, definitely do that. That would help me out so much. So over here there's a lot of skills and details, right? So I'm just putting in those skills and details over there. And like this I just slowly build up the drawing. Like actually I should have like moved on to this part already, because I'm just focusing on the head too much, and that's something that you shouldn't do too much. You shouldn't focus on one area too much at a time. It's always very good to keep your attention divided throughout the whole drawing, like instead of like only focus on one part, you know. So this is actually, there's something interesting going on over here. So the light source is coming from over here. That means that you don't actually have to draw the full scale. What you actually can do, and I've been drawing the full scale though because I'm trying to draw quick, what you can do to make the process even faster, and I want to zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. What you can do to make the process faster is just draw the shadow of the scale, because the light source is over there, so you can just very quickly put a lot of detail into your drawing by just putting down like a couple of tiny little shadows of the scales, and this looks just fine. And over here you might, like, because it's a darker area, you might finish off the whole scale, like you can see the darker areas, you know. But this is a very good method to get a lot of work done really quickly. And as you can see, it's very quickly filling up the drawing, and it doesn't look messy at all. It just looks like dinosaur scales. The Dino Sketcher, hi, welcome to the stream. This sounds weird. I pulled it out because it was wobbly and it was super annoying. Alright, that's the first time that I've heard someone like that. I've actually been a witness of someone losing a tooth in my stream. I love this channel. Thank you. I love all of my viewers. Like, I love all of the people that watch my videos. Most of my drawings are good because of this channel. Okay, that is like, that means a lot to me. Like, I am just here trying to help, you know. That's how this channel started. Because so when I first started this channel, that was in 2014, I noticed that, because I loved to draw dinosaurs back then, but I was bad at drawing dinosaurs. So eventually I started to look at YouTube videos to get better, but there weren't any YouTube videos on how to draw dinosaurs. So what happened was, eventually when I started to get a little bit better at drawing dinosaurs, and I think my dog is barking right now because like I was expecting someone and I think they just came, so I'm gonna have to mute myself in a little bit if my other dog, because the other dog is in the room with me. If he starts barking, then I'm gonna have to mute myself. But no, I noticed that there weren't any tutorials on how to draw dinosaurs, and I decided to just make a YouTube channel and teach the people what I knew, what I had to find out the hard way, because there weren't any tutorials on it. And so that's how this channel started. But it was like 2014. The only other YouTuber back then that was making dinosaur drawing videos was Beanie Draws, and unfortunately he stopped making videos. And then Denny the Dinosaur Drawer came, and he started creating dinosaur drawing videos as well. So we basically built this community up, like this community of dinosaur art, like with the three of us. And I mean, like, people like Paleodraw, eventually he started to join in as well, like creating videos on drawing dinosaurs, and it was really amazing. And right now there's a lot of people that are interested in watching dinosaur drawing videos, and that makes me really happy. So as you can see, like, I'm just all over the place, but that's good, because it's important to keep your mind divided in different sections. Don't keep working on the same area for too long, because eventually you lose your focus, and you know, it's just not going to be fun anymore, and maybe you might even stop because it's taking too long. Like, if I would still be working on the head and the rest of the drawing wouldn't have any kind of like stuff in it, then it's very discouraging. I think that's the right word, right? Yeah, it's very discouraging to look at something that's unfinished, you know, and you've been working on it for so long and so hard, but you just can't finish it for some reason. That's very discouraging. So always make sure to keep your focus divided in different sections. Like work on everything a tiny little bit. That's what I've been taught. So I'm just creating lines because over here there's like a couple of veins, I guess, and like muscles and stuff that are poking out a little bit. And like I can pronounce this a little bit more over here. And it's okay that there's a line over there because it's an area where there's going to be a lot of shadow. The only reason that we are able to see those little spikes is white is because they're sticking out a little bit. And the sunlight like is reflecting on the surface of other things back onto the dinosaur. So as you can see, even though it's just a couple of simple lines, there's already a lot of detail in the drawing. Like it already looks like there's detail going on, and you know, and we could just keep on working with this because now we know that over here, down here, it's gonna be a little darker, you know, and we can just create some shadow, make this a little darker because of the fact that the sunlight is coming from there. So this part of the jaw is going to cast a lot of shadow onto the neck, and over here as well, like this part is going to cast shadow over on this area as well. And this is actually supposed to be like a little bit like sticking out, so this part is rounder because there's a muscle right there, so that means that there's going to be a little bit of shadow over here as well. Alright. Thank you for helping. Well, thank you for watching. Like, we both get something out of it, right? And so this is what I like about YouTube. Like, there's always like a lot of nice people that are just commenting and interacting with my channel, and you know, like literally, like it's an interaction that's going on, and it's like, it's really special. Like, it's really I really like doing YouTube. You were good at the start. What do you mean good at the start? I can draw a Styracosaurus, but I first want to finish this for the people that requested this real quick, because someone wanted me to draw a Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World, and Pyroraptor asked me like about details because he's having trouble with details, and that's actually what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to help people out. I'm just trying to, you know, help you guys out with stuff that you guys are struggling with. So over here there's going to be a little bit of shadow because of the fact that this is curving, like there's a little curve going on over here, and so there's going to be shadow over here as well. This is going to catch sunlight, so we're going to leave a highlight over there. And as you can see, like it's very messy, but still it looks like there's a lot of detail going on. So over here, a little bit more shadow. I want it to be a little darker, and over here as well. This area should be a tiny little bit darker. And this is digital right now, but you can implement this with any kind of, you can implement this with just a pencil and paper very easily. Except you cannot really erase as easily. So make sure you don't put down dark lines like this on a piece of paper, because you're gonna mess up and you're just always gonna see it. I need to quickly check something on my phone, really quickly. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I just really quickly need to look at this. It's very important. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, and even here you can still like, you don't have to do all the little tiny scales and everything, but like, you can still do a little bit of detail by looking at, like, as your reference, look at the bigger details, like the bigger clumps of details. For example, like, if there's going to be bigger scales over here, just only draw the bigger scales, right? And don't draw the tiny details everywhere. You don't have to. Over here on the face, for example, like, I see that there's a lot of lines, like lines going like this, and they're very, you know. And underneath the nose will be a little bit of shadow as well over here. So I can just draw a line like that, right? And so this way you avoid the very time-consuming little details that are, like, you can totally do that, but I would recommend to first focus on, like, learning what people are going to see. Like, if you look at an image, you're not instantly going to see, like, the tiny, like, the extremely little tiny scales over here. You're going to look at the eye. You're going to look at, like, the scales around the eye. You're going to look at, like, for example, like the neck, because there's, like, very thick lines over here. You're going to look at the scales over here. So those are things, or not the scales, like the lines over here. So those are the most important things that you need to look at and need to you know, like, try to capture before you're gonna get into the tiny little small details, because those aren't very important. And if you're gonna put tiny little small details everywhere, then people will not really, you know, it will not have the same effect as you know, as what you want to go for. You know, you want to capture a certain image, you want to capture a certain something of that scene, so that's what you should focus on. Alright, so there is the Giganotosaurus, and someone asked me to draw a Styracosaurus, which is what I'm going to be doing next. If they're still here. Are you still here? Who asked me to draw the Styracosaurus? Romario C. Are you still there? Oh, you're still there. Oh, and Pyroraptor is actually a girl. Did I say that you're a guy? I'm sorry if I did. LT likes what? Oh, hello, Miss Dinosaur. So talented, you're the best artist I know. And you are the best artist I know. Thank you. Thank you for joining the stream with us. Oh, my dogs are starting to bark, so I'm gonna have to mute myself, I think. Because I'm expecting someone or something. There's actually a lot of people watching right now and a lot of people interacting with the stream. I'm really happy about that. Okay, let me quickly, like, so I'm sort of addicted to, like, putting shadows and making things look better and better and better and just tweaking everything, you know. But as you can see, like, I'm trying to prevent staying at the same place for too long, which is, you know, what I just explained earlier as well. Alright, yeah, so let's move on to the Styracosaurus after I did that. Okay. So, are you struggling with anything in, like, for example, drawing the Styracosaurus? Because I would love to give you some tips and tricks, or tricks, I mean, like, give you some tips on how I would tackle that dinosaur, you know? I think there's a lot of delay. Or you love the Styracosaurus, but Romario C requested me to. You're struggling with the body, okay. Okay, so let's focus on the body then. Let me quickly pull up a reference photo. Okay, let me quickly do something. Alright, I'm still looking for a good reference photo. Okay, so there is a Jurassic World version. Do you want to see the Jurassic World version? Like the Jurassic World evolution version, I think. My whole class are subscribed to you. There are 60 of them. Really? That's well, thank you. Well, I'm not sure if you're the one that made that happen, but if you are, then thank you. Okay, so oh, you are? Well, thank you so much. Okay, so I found a reference photo, but you're struggling with the body. Okay, so I need to know, do you draw your dinosaurs from the side profile, or do you just draw them like in like perspective? Like, for example, they're doing something, they're walking towards you slightly, or they're, you know, they're grazing or something like that. How do you draw your dinosaurs? Side, okay, then this is good. So again, when I'm looking at a reference photo, I try to like, I'm not instantly going into the big shapes. For example, like I see shape like this, and then I just see the tail. Oh wait, the tail goes like this. Like, because eventually, if you're gonna do this, then you know, you're gonna mess up a lot. Because then I'm doing that on purpose, by the way. Like, I'm drawing really quickly, but the shapes and everything, like the space between these legs, are gonna be not good. And then, like, for example, you can make the head look way too big in comparison with the body. So just always break it down into simple shapes. Okay, so I'm gonna start with like the body, of course. So I'm gonna make an egg shape, and because this is like a ceratopsian, that's the right word. Because this is a ceratopsian, the back of the body is going to be higher up than the front of the body. So I'm gonna make an egg shape that is slightly like going down like that, right? Just a perfect egg shape. Well, I mean, an egg shape doesn't have to be perfect, but you know what I'm trying to say. And so then you're gonna move on to like you can put on like a stick, like a line for where you want the tail to go, basically. Ceratopsians usually have a very short tail, something like that. And then you want to like draw a line for the neck. The neck isn't too long for a ceratopsian, or maybe the neck is a little bit higher up, like that. And then you want to draw, well, I want to draw my ceratopsian like slightly looking down, because that's more natural. I don't want them to have like the, so what some people do is they draw like a ceratopsian like this, right? Head completely like nose up in the air, and then like the thrill goes like that. Well, you can draw it like that, but I don't really like to draw it like that because it looks unnatural. Because most animals, they put their head down, right? If they're just standing or walking or doing something, they just put their heads down. So I like to draw them a little bit more like angled like this. So then I just draw the basic shape. I'm not looking at the thrill at all. I'm just drawing the shape for the head. That's the only thing that I'm focusing on right now. Not looking at the horns or the thrill. Basic shape. Then I can break down the shape of the jaw a little bit. Alright, that's good. Then I can attach the bottom side of the neck. Right, so there we go. And now I want to focus on what is the shape of the thrill. Well, the thrill isn't too big, even though it might seem very big. It's not too big. Wait, what? I don't know why it's not showing, but I see a bunch of like exclamation marks. Wait, who's going? Oh, okay, goodbye. I'll try to draw a Spinosaurus next. So yeah, we're not gonna focus. Actually, we're not gonna focus too much on the head and everything. I just wanted to like get the proportions and everything. So we can just draw very basic shapes and adjust them later, right? Because that's the whole purpose. So now we have the basic shapes done, but the body. So the shoulders, you always have to pay attention to the shoulders, because on a animal that's standing on 4 legs, on 4 paws, the shoulders are going to be pretty big and pretty, you know, pretty muscular. So that means that it's going to have a little bump over here, because the spines over there are going to be bigger for the muscles, right? So you're going to see like a couple of little bumps maybe, you know, and over here as well, like you're going to see a couple of little bumps over there. And then the hip bone will be over there. It will be angled a little bit more forward, because the leg is supposed to, like the hind leg is supposed to go like that a little bit, and then it's supposed to go down. And then you have like a little extra ankle bone over there before it's gonna touch the ground. And for this area, so this, I think it's called the deltoid over here, is pretty big and pronounced on a 4-legged or 4 what do you call that, like a dinosaur that walks on 4 legs, 4 paws. It's pretty big and pronounced, and the leg actually goes a little bit outwards. You don't see it right now, but if you would draw it from the front perspective, like this would be the body, and then the leg, kind of the front arm goes like this, and the hind leg goes like this, right? And over here as well, like this one goes like that. It's like walking towards us right now. That's what you would see. And then the head would be like right over there with the crest and everything. But yeah, so the elbow is slightly outwards a little bit. So there we go. That we've built up like the basic shape of the body and the legs and everything. So now we want to put some flesh around it. So there's going to be like a muscle attaching to this knee joint, like a very big one over there. Pay attention to that. And then this isn't just going straight down, because there's going to be a muscle around this bone as well, but over here, like the bone is sticking out, so you just see something like that. But over here though, there's going to be a big muscle. Wait, let's first put this down a little bit more, because this muscle is attached to the other side of this area. But over here, it's going to be a muscle like that. You have this little bump over there. There we go. And then you just have like 3 toes on the back, I believe. just like a theropod dinosaur. It kind of looks very similar. And then over here you have like a muscle over here, and then a muscle that goes like to the elbow. This muscle goes over it. Then you have like a muscle over here, like a couple of muscles actually, a lot of them. And then you have like a couple of fingers over there. Well, you'll only be able to see 3 of them. But because of the angle that this hand or arm is positioned in, you will see, like, you might be able to see like another extra little, you know, little finger over there. Well, I want to pronounce like the chest over here, because there's going to be a chest over here as well that is underneath the deltoid muscle. I'm not sure if this is called the delta. I think this area is called, I'm not sure. But now we can also focus a little bit on, you know, like the real accurate shapes of the dinosaur. Now that we have like the basic plan of the drawing planned out. And this is actually like, we can give this a little bit more shape as well. And then there's like a V shape over there. Maybe a little bit more like this. Then we have a beak going down. Like that. And Styracosaurus has a horn. Well, we have to look at the positioning. So we know that there's a horn, but some people might draw it over there, or maybe too far in the front, right? So we have to like pay attention to the fact that it's right in between the eye and the beak. So about over there, because the eye ridge is going to be over here. We can draw in a little bit of an eye ridge over there. And then over here would be this horn, so we can draw in the horn. We also have to pay attention to the angle that it's at, because this eye ridge is angled a little bit back, and this horn is like angled forward just as much as this is angled back, so something like that. And the horn is pretty long, like it's like as long as from here to here. And actually I drew the horn a little bit too far back, too much in front, so I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. Something like that. And now we can focus on the spikes over here. So this goes like this, and then it goes straight. And these ones overlap. And they start to like go to the side more and more. But they're not very long. You don't really see too much of it because of the fact that it's from the side. So they're coming towards us. Like if it was from the front, for example, like this example over here, right? I believe it's more like that. You would see like a lot more. Something like that. Yeah. And this goes inwards a little bit, like it dips in a little bit. And then it kind of like attaches to the head. And then behind the eye brow over here, we have a line that goes like this. And then over here you can always like draw something like that, just to indicate, you know, the direction of shape. And of course we have to draw in the eye. So what I always like to do is I like to generalize the area of the eye by making a little circle, and in that little circle I draw the eye, because it's always easier to have some kind of reference to know where to start, you know. And now we can finish the toe. There's always a little bump over here, like right underneath the hind leg. There's a little bump, and then you go into the toe. And even though the tail of a ceratopsian, wow, is not very long, it still has a lot of mass usually, so it still is very thick. It depends on the dinosaur, but it usually is. And then we can just go in with a little bit more detail, and we can make this neck a little bit more thicker because it has to attach to the back of the skull. We can add shadow. I will look at the chat in a little bit. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I believe there's a lot of things being said right now, but make sure that this line is not too sharp. Just make it a very soft line, because it's a little bit of shadow because of the yeah. And of course you can always go in with a couple of wrinkles because it's a very thick dinosaur, so it's a herbivore. And over here we can make a couple of wrinkles going like that. You want the leg to be up a little bit more so that you can see the shape, I mean the where it starts a little bit more clearly. Want to have a muscle over here and going all the way back to there, just casting a little bit of shadow. And there's gonna be a couple more. It's not 100% accurate to what I'm seeing, but I'm just doing it quick, you know. You can obviously take your time and create something amazing if you want. And there we go. There is your Styracosaurus. Basically, like, it's not extremely good, but yeah. Okay, let me read the chat. Wait, let me first do something else actually. Alright. Okay, let me see the chat. Mentioning me. Dino Nerd. Welcome. From Mario C, yeah. Where did you buy the world's cheapest markers from? Okay, so basically, they're not. I'm not sure if they are actually the world's cheapest markers, but I do know that they are one of the world's cheapest markers because, well, I've never heard of a marker that's like, it's not just, well, let's say it like this. So there are cheaper markers probably, but the markers that I got were alcohol-based markers, and you actually get like a tray, like to hold them in. They're extremely cheap, like they're 28 cents in US dollars per piece, which is extremely cheap. And not only that, like they like, I don't know, they just do very well. They do very well up against the markers that I use, for example, like Ohuhu markers. And Ohuhu markers are argued to be like the best cheap markers to go up against Copic and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, like they're very good markers in my opinion. But I got them from Action, which is a company that is located, I think, somewhere in Europe. You might maybe be able to get them by like via the internet. but it's gonna have to be shipped toward, like, to you though. So yeah, I think it's called the deltoid indeed. Squadruplet or quadruped. Oh yeah, that's what it's called when it's on four legs, right? When it's walking on fours and on all fours. Wow. Dino Nerd, I love your channel. Thank you. I love the fact that you're watching my channel. I love the fact that you're watching my videos. Thanks for being here. This looks so cool. Thank you. Okay, this is great paleo art. Enjoying watching. Thank you, Davey. Art with a pen. Like, I really appreciate it that you keep checking in on me once in a while, because so if you guys don't know him yet, Art with a Pen is an amazing YouTube channel, and they draw a lot of dinosaurs as well, but their drawings are photorealistic, and they're not really long videos. They're just like, they're very short videos, which is very easy to watch. Like, it's just a very good channel. So make sure you check him out right now. Like, if you haven't checked him out, just make sure you check him out. At least watch one of his videos and see if it's like worth subscribing, you know. Where did you buy the world's cheapest markers? I'm a great dino drawer. I am a great dino drawer, and my friends at school always say I am so amazing at drawing. So whoa, I'm glad you're good at drawing dinosaurs. Maybe you should start a channel as well. The muscle in between the shoulder and bicep is the deltoid. Yeah, so that's this one, like this one, right? I think he might not be able to see the chat while he's drawing. Yeah, I'm having trouble drawing and seeing the chat at the same time. Wait until he stops drawing, then he will look at the chat. Definitely. He will probably read this in a few minutes. You are annoying when you said about 1,000 times. Well, please be nice to each other. Like, please, let's keep it a nice chat, you know. Just wait. Does everyone draw dino art on here? I hope that everyone who's watching is actually watching because they want to learn something. Very nice, Jack. Do you guys watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous? Well, I might not be like the age, like for the certain age category that it was made for, but I do watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous because it's Jurassic Park, and in my opinion, like, Jurassic Park has already captured my like, it's my favorite movie of all time. So anything Jurassic related I will watch. It is a great show. This drawing looks great. Thank you. I definitely watched Walking with Dinosaurs, Davey. Yeah, no, that's I was actually lying, because Walking with Dinosaurs is actually the show that got me into liking dinosaurs so much. It got me into drawing dinosaurs. So that's the original, you know, like the starting of everything for me. I can draw a Dilophosaurus next. Yeah, definitely. Well, there's actually... Okay, I'm almost at the bottom of the chat. Can you say my name? Dino Nerd. I just said your name. Can you draw a Guanlong dinosaur? I can try. I think I've... If you really want to see me draw a Guanlong or whatever it's called, you should check out my Inktober videos. It shouldn't be too far down on my channel, because I have drawn that dinosaur before, and I actually added color. So if you're interested in watching that, then you should definitely check it out. Thank you, Dinosaur Drawer. You're welcome. Like, your channel is definitely worth checking out. Like for everyone right now, I'm gonna say it again. Like check out Art with a Pen because his channel is amazing and his drawings are amazing. Like his content is also, I believe, solely based on people requesting him to draw things. So I've seen a lot of like requested drawings that he did, and yeah, it's really amazing. His drawings are photorealistic. So I if you like my channel, you're gonna like his channel because I look up to him because he's amazing. Like I wish I could draw like that. You want to learn? That's good. Love the Jurassic Park franchise. Me too. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So you asked me to draw the Dilophosaurus, right? I recently drew a Dilophosaurus for a shorts, YouTube shorts. Or did I record it? No, I didn't record it for a full video, but it turned out to be a very nice drawing. Let me see if I can draw that one from memory. Welcome, Zane Ramen. Okay, let me see if I can draw the Dilophosaurus from memory. Okay, so the head shape goes kind of like this. It's a very triangular head shape. And let me see. I'm not sure if I'm drawing it right now, but I'll just have to see what it becomes. So I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit because yeah, this doesn't look right actually. Wait, let me go back into this area. That looks a little bit better. It's not gonna look like one-on-one accurate, you know, but I just wanted to try to do this from memory. Alright. I don't know how big the eye of the Dilophosaurus actually is. I think something like that should be fine. I believe that the Jurassic Park version has this part is a little bit more rounded, and this part as well. Yeah, like I said, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but I'm just going to try to see what I can do. Because I'm not really using any reference right now, so... Alright, so then there's like a couple of very small teeth bottom jaw. I mean the the upper jaw over there, and then a couple of them in the bottom jaw as well. And then the tongue, the way that I drew it was like coming up a little bit. Like that. And then there's like these muscles, like these I don't know if they're like the throat muscles or something like that, or they might be the poison glands that it shoots poison from. This is a little bit more straight. And there's a lot of like scales over there, and then we can go over here to kind of make it look like there's like the gum where the teeth are attached to is visible, because it's a poisonous dinosaur, and yeah, kind of looks cool this way. Because I'm exaggerating this part, like usually you wouldn't be able to see this much of the gums, but yeah, I'm kind of exaggerating, so because I really like the look. And maybe the eye is a little bit higher up, I mean lower. Let me erase this for the tongue. So this is why in traditional art it's very important to keep planning your drawing. I'm not really planning anything right now, so oh, wrong color. I'm not really planning anything right now, so I can just erase everything if I'm not satisfied with how it looks. Like right over there, I just want to erase this area a little bit. And then make it look a little bit more like that. The eye, I think it's supposed to be a little bit lower, like over there, because that looks a little bit better. And I'm just going over these lines right now to make them stand out a little bit more, to separate the sketch from the actual thing that I want to show. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the Dilophosaurus. Okay, let me check the chat. Okay. Your Dilophosaurus is amazing. Thank you. I saw that short video. Oh, short video. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you glad you saw it. Like, I'm really glad that there's something like YouTube Shorts, because for channels like me, I don't really get too many views on a lot of my videos. So whenever I upload a short, I still get the opportunity to share my, my art improvements and stuff like that. And it's really, yeah, I really like that about YouTube Shorts. Question for everyone: what is your favorite dinosaur? My favorite dinosaur is Dilophosaurus or T-Rex. Yeah, that's a really awesome dinosaur. My favorite dinosaur is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Grade LT. Oh, okay, grade LT. Nice dino. Nerd. My favorite dinosaur is Therizinosaurus. Can you next draw the Therizinosaurus? Well, actually, I was... I'm not sure if I promised any other drawing to anyone. But I want to focus on things that you guys are struggling with, so that I can help you with the basic build up of things, and maybe you'll learn something, That's basically what I'm trying to do right now. The Dilophosaurus is an iconic dinosaur. Indeed, it is. That's good so far, and from memory. Yeah, well, it does help if you just recently drew, like I just recently drew this Dilophosaurus pose, and I drew it from a reference, so that makes it even easier. It's not just something that I spontaneously came up with, because that will make it harder. I got problem drawing a Troceraptor's head. You're not the only one. I'm not gonna lie, like I have a lot of trouble drawing those heads, but I can try. I can try my attempt. I'm just gonna do like the basics that I just explained, on like starting with basic shapes and then building it up from there. Hi Orel, welcome to the stream. This is first time here in live. Yeah, like I'm trying to stream at different times a day, so that some people don't really have the chance to follow the stream because I stream at the wrong times, but yeah. See you later, basketball. Or LT likes basketball. I wish I could show my art somehow on this stream, but I can't. Well, you can always send me your artworks via Instagram, or via email. Like my email will be in the description of almost every single video that I upload, so you can find my email there, and you can send me your dinosaur drawings, because if I have enough fan art, I'm gonna do a video on it, so it might be, fun. Did it just start it? No, it started like, I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. I have no idea. Let me see how long. No, I don't know. I can't really see it. I don't remember when I started the stream. I mean, you're a little late, but that's okay. No problem. I'm struggling with Carnotaurus. Okay, so what are you struggling with the Carnotaurus? I can't do a Troceraptor's head. It's so hard. Me too. Can you draw a Monolophosaurus? Monolophosaurus? Let me see. I think I know what it is, but I just need to be sure. Let me see if that's a very nice... Oh, my laptop is about to die. I need to plug it in, because otherwise the stream is going to end very soon. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's that thing. um, yeah, I can try. I can give it a try. Let me find a good reference photo. You know, I can just try to come up with my own pose, but it's gonna be very risky. Okay, so what I usually like to do is I like to draw things. Okay, let me try something. So I see that this dinosaur is very muscular. It's almost like a raptor, but not really. Okay, let me try my attempt on drawing this dinosaur. I'm gonna try to draw a line of action first. Maybe draw it like this, like the head would be somewhere over here. And this is gonna be the tail, the body, shoulders. So the head shape. Very weird head shape, I must say. It just has one giant thing on its head. Yeah. Where does it start? All the way at the front, okay. Okay, I'm really trying to concentrate right now because this is hard. This is really hard. I'm not even gonna attempt to draw it with an opened mouth because otherwise it's gonna be too hard. So I'm gonna pull the middle of the dinosaur a little bit more forwards, and this is obviously gonna be one of its legs, its hind legs. Then over here we would have the chest muscles, and over here this would be like the rib cage sticking out a lot. How do I want this? I like to kind of want this one to be lifted up in the air, or is it stepping in front? I think it's stepping forwards, right? So I'm gonna attempt to make it look like it's sort of stepping forwards a little bit. Don't know if it looks good or not. I have no idea. We're gonna have to see. This looks so weird. So this is like lack of knowledge on my part that I'm probably not going to be able to draw this dinosaur from this angle, and I'm way out of my league right now. I'm trying things that are too hard for me, but if you don't try new things, you'll never improve. So I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm just gonna see what this will bring me. And I want to have like this. I don't even know what I'm doing. No, I don't really like how this front leg looks. I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna try do something different. Maybe you don't see that leg. Wow, there's 14 people watching right now. That's a lot of people. Okay, so let me figure this out. Like, I have to imagine like this animal is moving in a certain way. I don't even know where this leg goes. Like again, this is just a lack of experience on my part. I think I'm just gonna draw it like this, maybe, and then this leg is more supposed to be attached to over here, so maybe this leg is lifted up into the air. You don't really see it too good then though. It's behind the head. Like, that's a shame, because it might look a little weird. I don't know how long the arms are. I don't really have a good reference photo. I'm just looking at one reference photo, like a skeleton that I'm seeing. How many fingers does it have? 3? Yeah, I think 3. And the third one you don't really see because it's behind the other ones. Maybe it's like that leg could be in the air. Like, I'm a very messy sketcher, as you can see. Like, I'm just extremely messy when it comes to sketching. Later I am just gonna go in and like go over the lines and make it look clean and cool. This foot is like already on the ground over here. Okay, so now it's time to take a finer little thingy, and I'm gonna go over everything and make it look a little bit nicer. I don't really like how this looks. I'm just gonna make that attached to the front part of the jaw. Like, I'm not amazing at drawing. I'm trying to challenge myself right here. Like, I'm really trying to challenge myself. I'm sorry that I'm so quiet, by the way, but that's that's totally because I'm concentrating like never before. Like again, I'm trying to do something that I've never really drawn from an angle that is hard, if that makes sense. So this is the other side of the rib cage, and then I guess that this leg is just kind of like ending up over there, standing on its toes because it's walking towards us. But I feel like if this foot is going to be this tiny, then I should make this tail a little bit thinner as well. And I just said that I was going to make it thinner, but it actually looks way more thicker now. But yeah. Well, there's my attempt. It doesn't look amazing, I know, but yeah. Wait, am I forgetting the teeth? I think it had lips, right? The teeth are... I'm not sure. Maybe I should draw a couple of teeth actually. You wouldn't really be able to see them because of the fact of this angle. Like, it's gonna be really hard to see any kind of teeth right now. But there we go. That's my attempt on drawing the Monolophosaurus. Oh, by the way, I don't really like that part that's sticking out, so I'm gonna erase that real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what's happening in the chat? Bye, Dinosaur Drawer, Dino Nerd, Clinic Art with a pen. Goodbye. See you later. It was nice having you in the stream. Let me see. It looks great. Can I buy art? What do you mean buy art? You mean like commissions? Cause so I am open for commissions, but I do have like my merch. I have a merch store where you can just buy a t-shirt with like my drawings on it, or a hoodie. I know it might be a little bit expensive, but like I don't think I can put like bring the price down any further. How to draw like that on a computer, because I can't draw like that on computer. If you can draw on paper, then you can draw on computer as well. Like it's really easy and really quick. Yeah, bye. You can definitely buy art. If you're really interested in it, you can email me. I think my email address will be in the description of this video. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, you should try to look for it on a like my most recent video. It should be there. Oh yeah, no, that's a bummer if your computer isn't good enough to do digital art. Like, I don't know, I prefer drawing on paper, but my camera on my phone isn't really capable of delivering you guys like high quality, high resolution video on a stream. So if I'm gonna stream, then definitely on like PC instead of like traditional. So someone said earlier that they have trouble drawing the Carnotaurus. I don't really remember who it was, and like I'm gonna have to scroll up a lot if I want to find that comment again. So if you're still there, can you comment like what you are struggling with? Ah, okay. So what you told me that you were struggling with the Carnotaurus. So what specifically? Can you explain to me like what are you struggling with the most? No, I know it's a Carnotaurus, but I mean like, for example, like, are you struggling with the size of the head or proportions or stuff like that? Like, what is the thing that you're struggling with the most? Size of the head and the arms. Yeah, so like I'm not the best artist out there, but I'm like, I can give you some tips that like my you know, experience in drawing. So if you're gonna be drawing in Carnotaurus, like I'm just gonna be let's draw it from, yeah, from just kind of like a side perspective, right? And it's kind of like standing up a little bit, and the tail goes like this. So the size of the head is like smaller than you can imagine, like smaller than you would imagine, because the size of the head is, it kind of depends on like how you're drawing it. If you're, wait, didn't you tell me you draw dinosaurs from the side perspective? I don't know for how long I'll be live, because in a little bit I'm gonna have to go eat, and like I don't want to have a live stream up that's like 3 hours or something, you know. Okay, so you draw from the side perspective. So let's see, like we're just gonna draw the egg shape, right? But well, actually, yeah, we're gonna draw the egg shape. So the head is gonna be on the left side, tail will be on the right side. So the bigger part of the egg will be behind, because of the fact that like the leg muscle is attached to this area, so this area is very big in comparison with the part where only the tiny little arms are attached. So what I always do, like for the arms, well, let's first draw like the whole thing, right? The Carnotaurus has very skinny legs, I believe. Like Carnotaurus isn't very muscular in general, I think. Wait, no, wait, it is. It is actually very muscular, by the way. Alright, so those are the legs, and the arms, very simple. If you wanna draw Carnotaurus accurately, very simple. Just draw this, right? Then you zoom in. Well, you don't have to zoom in on actual paper. I'm gonna make this a little bit thinner, and you just draw the little fingers on it. And that is the arm of a Carnotaurus. Like literally. And then we want to go draw his head, or their head. Very long neck. The head is very tiny. You just draw like a tiny circle that is just like as big as like the neck, like as high as the neck, basically. And then you draw something like that. And I know the body is way too big. Like the body is supposed to be like way thinner and everything, but yeah, or maybe the neck is a little bit, I don't know. But that's basically how you get the proportions. Like let me redo this, because the body just doesn't look right. I just want to get the body in a little bit better. Because I want to have I want to have it look a little bit more up, instead of like just looking straight forward. Yeah, those proportions look a little bit better. And I'm gonna erase like everything that's not, you know, that I don't want there. And I'm so glad that I can show you guys this on a computer, because yeah, I can just erase very easily and you will never even notice that I made a mistake. Alright, so for the head, basic, like the same thing. Just draw something like that, and then just draw a triangle, because that's the Carnotaurus head. And then you can refine this a little bit by making it look a little bit more like this. Actually, this is more straight, and then the Carnotaurus has like a thing over there, and that is a very, you know, accurate. I think it could be even smaller if we're talking about a Carnotaurus. Yeah, even that would even be, you know, that would be way better. So it's just like the circle, and you just add a tiny bit of the face, like a tiny bit of the jaws, and that's basically the Carnotaurus. And this part of the head is very straight down, compared, like, so normally this would be like the head of a dinosaur, right? So the eye would be positioned over here, eyebrow would be positioned over here, and then there comes a little part behind the eye, and then it just slants down like that into the bottom jaw. Like, that's usually the shape of a dinosaur head. But with the Carnotaurus, instead of it like having a very large section behind the eye, it just goes almost straight down, literally, and like very tiny part of the face, and then it has like a horn over there, maybe a little bit extra behind the horn. But that's basically it for a Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus is not very hard to draw. Okay, let me read the chat again. So I recently just drew Scorpius Rex full detailed. I will send you a picture on Instagram. Yeah, please do. Like, I love it so much whenever people like subscribers or like people send me art, their drawings. I love that. I always like to like look at them and inspect if they like they learned something from one of my videos or something like that. I love that. I draw it so large, not on purpose though. Okay, so again, we're looking at this body, right? Same body shape. We're gonna be drawing only the body and then the neck. So you just draw a little line, like, okay, so for example, like this would be the length of the body, and over here would be like the hip and everything. So if you want to know the length of the neck, it's like almost as long as like the arm. Like, I mean, it's a little bit longer than the little hand over there, just a tiny little bit longer. So you just draw that. Then on top of the neck you draw like a little bump, and then you have the neck. But now we want to have the size of the head. Just draw a circle that's just as big as like the top and bottom of the neck, and then you add a tiny little bit of a triangle to that, maybe a little bit extra, and there you have the size of the Carnotaurus head basically. You can always refine, like you have to go back in though, and like refine the shape of the head a little bit more, make it look a little bit more accurate and stuff. Like I know it looks weird, I know right now it looks weird, but I'm just trying to do this really quickly. because this is a very accurate head size for a Carnotaurus actually. When you mess up, just make it look like it was supposed to be there. Yeah, I could do that indeed, but no, like I'm gonna be honest, like I do mess up a lot. Like I said, I'm not a very good drawer. I just I have some experience in drawing dinosaurs, and I know that some people are struggling with it. So that's why I'm here trying to help people that are struggling with the things that I used to struggle with. Are we only doing dinosaurs? I mean, my channel name is basically implies that I mostly draw dinosaurs, so and a lot of people that are here right now watching also like dinosaurs, so I guess like we are mostly drawing dinosaurs. Yeah, the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Carnotaurus head is very large in comparison with the actual thing, like what it's actually supposed to look like. Thanks for watching Art with a Pen. I really enjoyed having your company in the chat and in the stream in general. Thank you for watching. I'm not going live every day, but I'm trying to live stream more regularly than I would, you know, before I started doing more live streams, I guess. I finished my Styracosaurus, gonna send it to you on Insta. Yeah, please do. Like, I really want you guys to send me your art. I gotta go. It's time for me to go to bed. I live on Guam, which is island in the Pacific. I enjoyed watching you live today. Yeah, thank you for watching, and have a good night. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this live stream over here now as well. I hope I helped some of you guys out with a couple of your struggles, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, well, goodbye everyone. Yeah, by the way, make sure you guys, like everyone that's watching right now and that's hearing me, if you have any dinosaur art or any art in general that you want to share, make sure you send it to me on Instagram or on my email, because I am going to do a video about it. Like, if I have enough fan art, I'm going to do a video about it, and I'm going to show your art in one of my videos. So yeah. Okay, see you guys later.